My life in a homeowners association was a nightmare, and it was all thanks to one person. Brenda, the self-appointed queen of the HOA board. My house was her favorite target. The grass was a quarter-inch too long, a single weed dared to sprout in my flower bed, or my trash cans were visible for 5 minutes too long after pickup. Every week a new fine, a new violation notice. It was exhausting. I tried reasoning with her, explaining that I worked long hours and did my best, but she just smirked and said rules were rules. The final straw came when she started complaining about my mailbox. It was a standard, perfectly functional mailbox, but Brenda decided it was unsightly. She demanded I replace it with a specific, ridiculously expensive model that costs over $500. I refused. I wasn't going to be bullied into spending that kind of money on a mailbox. That's when the fines started rolling in, $50 a week for my non-compliant mailbox. After a few months, I was looking at a significant amount of money in bogus fines. I knew I couldn't fight her alone, so I did what any frustrated homeowner would do. I sued the HOA. I gathered all my evidence, the endless violation notices, the photos of my perfectly fine mailbox, and records of my attempts to communicate with the board. I wasn't just fighting for myself, I was fighting for every other homeowner Brenda had terrorized. The legal battle was long and stressful. The HOA, led by Brenda, fought back hard, trying to paint me as a troublemaker who refused to follow simple rules. Their lawyer was slick, but I had the truth on my side. Finally, our court date arrived. Brenda was there, looking smug as ever, probably imagining her victory. The judge listened patiently to both sides. Brenda's lawyer argued that I was willfully violating the community's aesthetic standards. When it was my turn, I simply presented the facts. I showed the judge photos of my mailbox, which he agreed looked perfectly normal. I presented the HOA bylaws, which had no specific rule about mailbox models, only that they had to be in good repair. Then I showed him the stack of fines. The judge was not impressed with the HOA. He called their actions arbitrary and capricious. He ruled completely in my favor, voiding all the fines, but he didn't stop there. He noticed a detail in the HOA's own submitted documents, a rule stating that all mailboxes must clearly display the house number for emergency services. My house number was on the side of my mailbox, but not on the front. So, the judge made a very specific ruling. He ordered me to place house number stickers on the front of my mailbox, and he specified the exact type, 3-inch weatherproof reflective stickers. I walked out of that courtroom feeling 10 feet tall. I went straight to the hardware store and bought the ugliest, most obnoxious neon green reflective number stickers I could find. They were hideous, and they were perfect. I slapped them right on the front of my mailbox. They clashed horribly with the black metal, glowing like a radioactive beacon at night. I knew Brenda would hate them, and that was the point. This wasn't just compliance. It was malicious compliance. The very next morning I woke up to find the stickers gone, peeled right off. I didn't even have to guess who did it. I checked my security camera footage, and there she was, Brenda, in the dead of night, sneaking onto my property and scraping off the stickers. She probably thought she was scoring another victory, getting rid of the ugly new addition. She had no idea she was walking right into my trap. I saved the video file, a triumphant smile on my face. I didn't even bother talking to her. I just filed a motion with the court for contempt, attaching the crystal-clear video of Brenda vandalizing my property and violating a direct court order. The judge was furious. He summoned Brenda back to court, and this time, there was no smug look on her face. He played the video for the entire courtroom to see. He lectured her on respecting the law and the court's authority. He found her in contempt of court and slapped her with a massive fine payable to me for the damages and legal fees. But the best part, the judge's final order. He ordered the stickers to be replaced, but this time, he specified that they had to be professionally installed with permanent, industrial-grade adhesive to prevent tampering, and the HOA had to pay for it. He also issued a restraining order, forbidding Brenda from setting foot on my property ever again. The look on her face was priceless. Defeated, humiliated, and finally put in her place. The aftermath was glorious. The HOA had to hire a professional to come out and install a new set of even bigger, brighter, more obnoxiously neon stickers on my mailbox. They were there to stay. Brenda was forced to step down from the HOA board in disgrace. The neighborhood breathed a collective sigh of relief. My mailbox became a local legend, a symbol of the time a regular homeowner stood up to a bully and won. And every time I pull into my driveway, I see those gloriously ugly stickers and smile. They're not just numbers, they're a monument of victory. So if you're ever dealing with an HOA from hell, don't give up. Know your rights, document everything, and don't be afraid to fight back. Sometimes, the most satisfying victories come in the ugliest packages. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this story, be sure to like and subscribe for more tales of sweet, sweet revenge.